Everyone has a person or two they see wherever they go. You get on the bus and you see him or her from the window. You walk down the strip and there he or she is peering in a store window. You rush into the post office before it closes and there he is standing waiting at a red light. These people invade your environment. They impose themselves on your reality. They always seem there when you're out by coincidence or by God's great design. And if they seem annoying to you, then do the math. You might be annoying to them or somebody else. You might consider introducing yourselves to these ambient individuals in transit. But with each passing, unspoken encounter, the walls get bigger. The tradition of alienation grows. The last thing you want is to meet the person. At McGill there used to be a languages student who'd walk around with an exaggerated Germanic upright posture. It irked me just to see him walking by with his regal pomposity. Years later I was introduced to him at a party. It was awkward. At my shabby little apartment on the plateau, I could never even leave the house without seeing this super tall guitarist guy who worked at the local paint store. They said he was an amazing guitarist, but it started driving me nuts to see him lumbering by Duluth and the Main every day. His identical passage became like a sort of stale movie. I had to leave the plateau forever. These days in the relative suburbia of Lower NDG, the only human ambulatory leitmotif that my deeply embedded misanthropy takes aim at is an old cranky guy who used to work at Concordia Library. He shuffles past my house every day. The strangers driving you mad phenomenon is not exclusive to Westmount snobs like myself, as I learned from my friend Baz. Baz talked to me about a singer chick that he regularly sees at a laundromat in Mile End. The joint is a couple of doors down from the fabled Open the Night Cafe, and it's run by a guy named Jimmy, who's an Elvis impersonator / admirer. Contrary to the rules of proper social alienation, Baz has actually spoken to the singer chick. She asked me the time. I told her, but she wasn't even listening, so she says, "What?" And I repeat, and she doesn't even say thanks. She just walks away like I'm a clock. Baz complains that the singer chick places her laundry cart in the middle of the aisle. She leaves it there so people will have to move it. I'm sure she'd be heartbroken if she came back and nobody moved it. She's so needy that even her objects need attention. Then she starts talking aloud because she's needy. The woman attendant looks at her. "Oh, that's good for you." So the singer chick stands there for about 20 seconds. She doesn't want to accept that she's getting dissed. Her silence is a buffer to the trauma of not getting the attention she craved. It was revelation to hear such a savage put-down of an incidental stranger taken to such unforeseen heights. It was funny as hell, but also damn discouraging. Such cynical microanalysts of human behavior must suffer when the critic inevitably turns ravenously inward. So what if you or I become that guy? That guy who seems to be wandering around alone too much. That guy who becomes part of the streetscape of shabbiness that people look at and think, "Oh, there goes that guy again." Shoot, a whole other set of things to worry about. Baz tells me that there's no escaping the possibility that your urban overexposure irritates other people. The only antidote is to not look like a slob, he speculates.